Hari Om. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Matre Namaha. Om Namah Chandikaya. On behalf of Chinmaya Mission Washington Regional Center, we would like to welcome everyone to the final evening of our Navaratri 2020 retreat. The opening bhajan we heard is Charanana Sharanana, composed by Swamini Vimalananda Amma and sung by Pujya Guruji. We will now begin today's program with Lalita Sahasranamam, followed by one bhajan. And after that, we will have a talk by Pujya Swami Dhirananda and Q&A. The bhajan for today will once again be the Devi Stuti, which we have played every evening of our retreat. As you all know, this has been composed by Swami Ishwarananda ji. And today we will play the rendition that is also sung by Swami Ishwarananda. Now I would like to request Shyamji to lead us in chanting Lalita Sahasranamam. Please join us. Hari
Om. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Mahasaraswati Namaha. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Om Sinduraruna Vigraham Trinayanam Manikya Spurat Taranayaka Shekaram Smitamukhim Apina Vakshoruham Panibhyam Manipurna Ratna Chashakam Raktotpalam Bipratim Saumyam Ratnakatastha Raktacharanam Dhyayet Paramambikam Arunam Karunatarangitakshim Dritapashankushapushpabhanachapam Animadipiravrtam Mayukaihi Ahamityeva Vibhavai Bhavani Yayet Padmasanastam Vikasitavadanam Padmapatrayadakshim Hemabham Pitavastram Karakalitalasadhema Padmam Varangim Sarvalankara-yuktam Satatam-abhedam Bhaktanamram Bhavani Shri Vidyam Shantamurtim Sakala-suranukam Sarva-sampat-pradatrim Sakunkumavilepanam Alikachumbi-kasturikam Samandhasitekshanam Sashadachapa-pashankusham Ashesha-janamohinim Arunamalya-bhusham Varam Japa-kusuma-bhasuram Japa-vidau Smaredambikam Om Shri Mata Shri Maharagni Shri Matsimhasaneshwari Chidagnikunda Sambhuta Devakarya Samudhyata Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha Chaturbahu Samanvita Ragaswarupa Pashadya Krodha Karankushojvala Manorupeksha Kodanda Panchatanmatra Sayaka Vijaruna Prabhapura Majjat Brahmanda Mandala Champakashoka Punnaga Saugandhikala Satkacha Guruvindamaniಶ್ರೇಣಿ ಕನತ್ಕೋಟೀರಮಂಡಿತ ಅಷ್ಟಮಿ ಚಂದ್ರ ವಿಭ್ರಾಜ ದಳಿಕಸ್ಥಲ ಶೋಭಿತ ಮುಖಚಂದ್ರ ಕಲಂಕಾವ ಮೃಗನಾಭಿವಿಶೇಷಕ ವದನಸ್ವರ ಮಾಂಗಲ್ಯ ಗೃಹತೋರಣಚಿಲ್ಲಿಕ ವಕ್ರಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಪರಿವಾಹ ಚಲನ್ ಮೀನಾವಲೋಚನ ನವಚಂಪಕ ಪುಷ್ಪಾಭನಾಸಾ ದಂಡ ವಿರಾಜಿತ ತಾರಾಕಾಂತಿ ತಿರಸ್ಕಾರಿ ನಾಸಾಭರಣ ಭಾಸುರ ಕದಂಬ ಮಂಜರಿ ಕ್ಲಿಪ್ತ ಕರ್ಣಪೂರ ಮನೋಹರ ತಾಟಂಗಯುಗಲೀಭೂತ ತಪನೋಡುಪಮಂಡಲ ಪದ್ಮರಾಗಶಿಲಾದರ್ಶ ಪರಿಭಾವಿತ ಪೋಲಭೂಃ ನವವಿದ್ರುಮ ಬಿಂಬ ಶ್ರೀನ್ಯಕ್ಕಾರಿರದನಚ್ಚದ ಶುದ್ಧ ವಿದ್ಯಾಂಕುರಾಕಾರ ದ್ವಿಜಪಂಕ್ತಿದ್ವಯೋಜ್ವಲ ಕರ್ಪೂರ ವೀಟಿಕಾಮೋದ ಸಮಾಕರ್ಷ ದಿಗಂತರ ನಿಜ ಸಲ್ಲಾಪ ಮಾಧುರ್ಯ ವಿನಿರ್ಭರ್ಜಿತ ಕಚ್ಚಪಿ ಮಂದಸ್ಮಿತ ಪ್ರಭಾಪೂರ ಮಜ್ಜತ್ ಕಾಮೇಶ ಮಾನಸ ಅನಾಕಲಿತ ಸಾದೃಶ್ಯ ಚತುಕ ಶ್ರೀ ವಿರಾಜಿತ ಕಾಮೇಶ ಬದ್ಧ ಮಾಂಗಲ್ಯ ಸೂತ್ರ ಶೋಭಿತ ಕಂದರ ಕನಕಾಂಗದ ಕೇಯೂರ ಕಮನೀಯ ಭುಜಾನ್ವಿತ ರತ್ನಗ್ರೈವೇಯ ಚಿಂತಾಕಲೋಲ ಮುಕ್ತಾಫಲಾನ್ವಿತ ಕಾಮೇಶ್ವರ ಪ್ರೇಮ ರತ್ನ ಮಣಿ ಪ್ರತಿಪನಸ್ತನಿ ನಾಭ್ಯಾಲವಾಲ ರೋಮಾಲಿ ಲತಾ ಫಲಭುಜದ್ವಯಿ ಲಕ್ಷ ರೋಮಲತಾಧಾರತಾ ಸಮುನ್ನೇಯ ಮಧ್ಯಮ ಸ್ತನಭಾರದಲನ್ಮಧ್ಯ ಪಟ್ಟಬಂಧವಲಿತ್ರಯ ಅರುಣಾರುಣ ಕೌಸುಂಭ ವಸ್ತ್ರ ಭಾಸ್ವತ್ಕಟೀತಡಿ ರತ್ನ ಕಿಂಕಿಣಿಕಾರಮ್ಯ ರಶನಾದಾಮಭೂಷಿತ ಕಾಮೇಶ ಜ್ಞಾತ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯ ಮಾರ್ಧಬೋರುದ್ವಯಾನ್ವಿತ ಮಾಣಿಕ್ಯ ಮಕುಟಾಕಾರ ಜಾನುದ್ವಯ ವಿರಾಜಿತ ಇಂದ್ರಗೋಪ ಪರಿಕ್ಷಿಪ್ತ ಸ್ಮರ ತೂಣಾಭಜಂಗಿಕ ಗೂಢಗುಲ್ಫಾ ಕೂರ್ಮ ಪೃಷ್ಠ ಜೈಷ್ಣು ಪ್ರಪದಾನ್ವಿತ ನಕದೀದಿತಿ ಸಂಚನ್ನ ನಮಜ್ಜನ ತಮೋಗುಣ ಪದದ್ವಯ ಪ್ರಭಾಜಾಲ ಪರಾಕೃತ ಸರೋರುಹ ಶಿಂಜಾಣಮಣಿ ಮಂಜೀರ ಮಂಡಿತ ಶ್ರೀಪದಾಂಬುಜ ಮರಾಳೀ ಮಂದ ಗಮನ ಮಹಾಲಾವಣ್ಯ ಶೇವದಿಗಿ ಸರ್ವಾರುಣಾನವದ್ಯಾಂಗಿ ಸರ್ವಾಭರಣ ಭೂಷಿತ ಶಿವಕಾಮೇಶ್ವರಾಂಕಸ್ಥ ಶಿವಾ ಸ್ವಾಧೀನ ವಲ್ಲಭ ಸುಮೇರು ಮಧ್ಯ ಶೃಂಗಸ್ಥ ಶ್ರೀಮನ್ನಗರ ನಾಯಿಕ ಚಿಂತಾಮಣಿ ಗೃಹಾಂತಸ್ಥ ಪಂಚ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಸನ ಸ್ಥಿತ ಮಹಾಪದ್ಮಾಟವೀ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾ ಕದಂಬ ವನವಾಸಿನಿ ಸುಧಾಸಾಗರ ಮಧ್ಯಸ್ಥ ಕಾಮಾಕ್ಷಿ ಕಾಮದಾಯಿನಿ ದೇವರ್ಷಿಗಣ ಸಂಗಾತ ಸ್ತೂಯಮಾನಾತ್ಮ ವೈಭವ ಭಂಡಾಸುರವದೋದ್ಯುಕ್ತ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಸೇನಾ ಸಮನ್ವಿತ ಸಂಪತ್ಕರಿ ಸಮಾರೂಢ ಸಿಂಧುರ ವ್ರಜ ಸೇವಿತ ಅಶ್ವಾರೂಢಾಧಿಷ್ಠಿತಾಶ್ವ ಕೋಟಿ ಕೋಟಿ ವಿರಾವೃತ ಚಕ್ರರಾಜರಥಾರೂಢ ಸರ್ವಾಯುಧ ಪರಿಷ್ಕೃತ ಹೇಯ ಚಕ್ರರಥಾರೂಢ ಮಂತ್ರಿಣೀ ಪರಿಸೇವಿತ ಗಿರಿಚಕ್ರರಥಾರೂಢ ದಂಡನಾಥ ಪುರಸ್ಕೃತ ಜ್ವಾಲಾಮಾಲಿನಿಕಾಕ್ಷಿಪ್ತ ವನ್ನಿ ಪ್ರಾಕಾರ ಮಧ್ಯಗ ಭಂಡ ಸೈನ್ಯವದೋದ್ಯುಕ್ತ ಶಕ್ತಿ ವಿಕ್ರಮ ಹರ್ಷಿತ ನಿತ್ಯಾ ಪರಾಕ್ರಮಾಟೋಪ ನಿರೀಕ್ಷಣ ಸಮುತ್ಸುಕ ಭಂಡಪುತ್ರವದೋದ್ಯುಕ್ತ ಬಾಲಾ ವಿಕ್ರಮನಂದಿತ ಮಂತ್ರಿಣ್ಯಂಬಾ ವಿರಚಿತ ವಿಷಂಗವದತೋಷಿತ ಶುಕ್ರ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಹರಣ ವಾರಾಹಿ ವೀರ್ಯನಂದಿತ ಕಾಮೇಶ್ವರ ಮುಖಾಲೋಕ ಕಲ್ಪಿತ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ್ವರ ಮಹಾಗಣೇಶ ನಿರ್ಭಿನ್ನ ವಿಘ್ನ ಯಂತ್ರ ಪ್ರಹರ್ಷಿತ ಭಂಡಾಸುರೇಂದ್ರ ನಿರ್ಮುಕ್ತ ಶಸ್ತ್ರ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಸ್ತ್ರವರ್ಷಿಣಿ ಕರಾಂಗುಲಿ ನಖೋತ್ಪನ್ನ ನಾರಾಯಣ ದಶಾಕೃತಿ ಮಹಾಪಾಶುಪತಾಸ್ತ್ರಾಗ್ನಿ ನಿರ್ದಗ್ಧಾಸುರ ಸೈನಿಕ ಕಾಮೇಶ್ವರಾಸ್ತ ನಿರ್ದಗ್ಧ ಸಬಂಡಾಸುರ ಶೂನ್ಯಕ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮೋಪೇಂದ್ರ ಮಹೇಂದ್ರಾದಿ ದೇವ ಸಂಸ್ತುತ ವೈಭವ ಹರನೇತ್ರಾಗ್ನಿ ಸಂದಗ್ಧ ಕಾಮ ಸಂಜೀವನ ಔಷಧಿ ಶ್ರೀಮದ್ವಾಗ್ಭವ ಕೂಟೈಕ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಮುಖ ಪಂಕಜ ಕಂಠಾದಕ್ಕಡಿ ಪರ್ಯಂತ ಮಧ್ಯಕೂಟ ಸ್ವರೂಪಿಣಿ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಕೂಟೈಕ ತಾಪನ್ಯ ಕಟ್ಯದೋ ಭಾಗಧಾರಿಣಿ ಮೂಲ ಮಂತ್ರಾತ್ಮಿಕಾ ಮೂಲಕೂಟತ್ರಯ ಕಲೇಬರ ಕುಲಾಮೃತೈಕ ರಸಿಕಾ ಕುಲ ಸಂಕೇತ ಪಾಲಿನಿ ಕುಲಾಂಗನಾ ಕುಲಾಂತಸ್ಥಾ ಕೌಲಿನಿ ಕುಲಯೋಗಿನಿ ಅಕುಲಾ ಸಮಯಾಂತಸ್ಥಾ ಸಮಯಾಚಾರ ತತ್ಪರ ಮೂಲಾಧಾರೈಕ ನಿಲಯ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಗ್ರಂಥಿ ವಿಭೇದಿನಿ ಮಣಿಪೂರಾಂತರುದಿತ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಗ್ರಂಥಿ ವಿಭೇದಿನಿ ಆಜ್ಞಾ ಚಕ್ರಾಂತರಾಲಸ್ತಾ ರುದ್ರ ಗ್ರಂಥಿ ವಿಭೇದಿನಿ ಸಹಸ್ರಾರಾಂಬುಜಾರೂಢಾ ಸುಧಾ ಸಾರಾಭಿವರ್ಷಿಣಿ ತಡಿಲ್ಲತಾ ಸಮರುಚಿ ಷಟ್ಚಕ್ರೋಪರಿ ಸಂಸ್ಥಿತ ಮಹಾಸಕ್ತಿ ಕುಂಡಲಿನಿ ವಿಸತಂತುತನೀಯಸಿ ಭವಾನಿ ಭಾವನಾಗಮ್ಯ ಭವಾರಣ್ಯಕುಟಾರಿಕಾ ಭದ್ರಪ್ರಿಯಾ ಭದ್ರಮೂರ್ತಿರ್ಭಕ್ತ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದಾಯಿನಿ ಭಕ್ತಿಪ್ರಿಯ ಭಕ್ತಿಗಮ್ಯ ಭಕ್ತಿವಶ್ಯಾ ಭಯಾಪಹ ಶಾಂಭವಿ ಶಾರದಾರಾಧ್ಯ ಶರ್ವಾಣಿ ಶರ್ಮದಾಯಿನಿ ಶಾಂಕರಿ ಶ್ರೀಕರಿ ಸಾಧ್ವಿ ಶರಚ್ಚಂದ್ರ ನಿಬಾನನ ಶಾತೋದರಿ ಶಾಂತಿಮತಿ ನಿರಾಧಾರ ನಿರಂಜನ ನಿರ್ಲೇಪ ನಿರ್ಮಲಾ ನಿತ್ಯ ನಿರಾಕಾರ ನಿರಾಕುಲ ನಿರ್ಗುಣ ನಿಷ್ಕಲ ಶಾಂತ ನಿಷ್ಕಾಮ ನಿರುಪಪ್ಲವ ನಿತ್ಯ ಮುಕ್ತ ನಿರ್ವಿಕಾರ ನಿಷ್ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ನಿರಾಶ್ರಯ ನಿತ್ಯ ಶುದ್ಧ ನಿತ್ಯ ಬುದ್ಧ ನಿರವಧ್ಯ ನಿರಂತರ ನಿಷ್ಕಾರಣ ನಿಷ್ಕಲಂಕ ನಿರುಪಾದಿರ್ನಿರೀಶ್ವರ ನೀರಾಗಾರಾಗಮತನಿ ನಿರ್ಮದಾ ಮದನಾಶಿನಿ ನಿಶ್ಚಿಂತ ನಿರಹಂಕಾರ ನಿರ್ಮೋಹ ಮೋಹನಾಶಿನಿ ನಿರ್ಮಮಾ ಮಮತಾಹಂತ್ರಿ ನಿಷ್ಪಾಪ ಪಾಪನಾಶಿನಿ ನಿಷ್ಕ್ರೋಧ ಕ್ರೋಧ ಶಮನಿ ನಿರ್ಲೋಭಾ ಲೋಭನಾಶಿನಿ ನಿಸ್ಸಂಶಯ ಸಂಶಯಗ್ನಿ ನಿರ್ಭವಾ ಭವನಾಶಿನಿ ನಿರ್ವಿಕಲ್ಪ ನಿರಾಬಾಧ ನಿರ್ಭೇದ ವೇದನಾಶಿನಿ ನಿರ್ನಾಶಾ ಮೃತ್ಯುಮತನಿ ನಿಷ್ಕ್ರಿಯ ನಿಷ್ಪರಿಗ್ರಹ ನಿಸ್ತುಲಾ ನೀಲಚಿಕುರ ನಿರಪಾಯ ನಿರತ್ಯಯ ದುರ್ಲಭಾ ದುರ್ಗಮಾ ದುರ್ಗಾ ದುಃಖಹಂತ್ರಿ ಸುಖಪ್ರದ ದುಷ್ಟದೂರಾ ದುರಾಚಾರ ಶಮನಿ ದೋಷವರ್ಜಿತ ಸರ್ವಜ್ಞಾ ಸಾಂದ್ರ ಕರುಣಾ ಸಮಾನಾಧಿಕವರ್ಜಿತ ಸರ್ವಶಕ್ತಿಮಯೀ ಸರ್ವಮಂಗಳ ಸದ್ಗತಿಪ್ರದ ಸರ್ವೇಶ್ವರಿ ಸರ್ವಮಯೀ ಸರ್ವಮಂತ್ರಸ್ವರೂಪಿಣಿ ಸರ್ವಯಂತ್ರಾತ್ಮಿಕಾ ಸರ್ವತಂತ್ರ ರೂಪಾ ಮನೋನ್ಮಣಿ ಮಾಹೇಶ್ವರಿ ಮಹಾದೇವಿ ಮಹಾಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ನರಪ್ರಿಯ ಮಹಾರೂಪಾ ಮಹಾಪೂಜ್ಯ ಮಹಾಪಾತಕನಾಶಿನಿ ಮಹಾಮಾಯಾ ಮಹಾಸತ್ವ ಮಹಾಶಕ್ತಿರ್ಮಹಾರಥಿ ಮಹಾಭೋಗ ಮಹೈಶ್ವರ್ಯ ಮಹಾವೀರ್ಯ ಮಹಾಬಲ ಮಹಾಬುದ್ಧಿರ್ಮಹಾಸಿದ್ಧಿರ್ಮಹಾಯೋಗೇಶ್ವರೇಶ್ವರಿ ಮಹಾತಂತ್ರ ಮಹಾಮಂತ್ರ ಮಹಾಯಂತ್ರ ಮಹಾಸನ ಮಹಾಯಾಗಕ್ರಮಾರಾಧ್ಯ ಮಹಾಭೈರವ ಪೂಜಿತ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ ಮಹಾಕಲ್ಪ ಮಹಾತಾಂಡವ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಣಿ ಮಹಾಕಾಮೇಶ ಮಹಿಷಿ ಮಹಾತ್ರಿಪುರ ಸುಂದರಿ ಚತುಷ್ಷಷ್ಟ್ಯುಪಚಾರಾಢ್ಯ ಚತುಷ್ಷಷ್ಟಿ ಕಲಾಮಯಿ ಮಹಾಚತುಷ್ಷಷ್ಟಿ ಕೋಟಿ ಯೋಗಿನಿ ಗಣಸೇವಿತ ಮನುವಿದ್ಯಾ ಚಂದ್ರ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಚಂದ್ರಮಂಡಲ ಮಧ್ಯಗ ಚಾರು ರೂಪಾ ಚಾರುಹಾಸ ಚಾರು ಚಂದ್ರ ಕಲಾಧರ ಚರಾಚರ ಜಗನ್ನಾಥ ಚಕ್ರರಾಜನಿಕೇತನ ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ಪದ್ಮನಯನ ಪದ್ಮರಾಗ ಸಮಪ್ರಭ ಪಂಚಪ್ರೇತಾಸನಾಸೀನ ಪಂಚಬ್ರಹ್ಮಸ್ವರೂಪಿಣಿ ಚಿನ್ಮಯಿ ಪರಮಾನಂದ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಘನರೂಪಿಣಿ ಧ್ಯಾನಧ್ಯಾತೃಧ್ಯೇಯ ರೂಪ ಧರ್ಮ ಧರ್ಮ ವಿಭರ್ಜಿತ ವಿಶ್ವರೂಪ ಜಾಗರಣಿ ಸ್ವಪಂತಿ ತೈಜಸಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಸುಪ್ತ ಪ್ರಾಜ್ಞಾತ್ಮಿಕ ತುರ್ಯ ಸರ್ವಾವಸ್ಥಾ ವಿವರ್ಜಿತ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಕರ್ತ್ರಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮರೂಪ ಗೋತ್ರಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ ರೂಪಿಣಿ ಸಂಹಾರಿಣಿ ರುದ್ರರೂಪ ತಿರೋಧಾನಕರೀಶ್ವರಿ ಸದಾಶಿವಾನುಗ್ರಹದ ಪಂಚಕೃತ್ಯಪರಾಯಣ ಭಾನುಮಂಡಲ ಮಧ್ಯಸ್ಥ ಭೈರವಿ ಭಗಮಾಲಿನಿ ಪದ್ಮಾಸನ ಭಗವತಿ ಪದ್ಮನಾಭ ಸಹೋದರಿ ಉನ್ಮೇಷ ನಿಮಿಷೋತ್ಪನ್ನ ವಿಪನ್ನ ಭುವನಾವಳಿ ಸಹಸ್ರಶೀರ್ಷ ವದನ ಸಹಸ್ರಾಕ್ಷಿ ಸಹಸ್ರಪಾತ್ ಆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಕೀಟ ಜನನಿ ವರ್ಣಾಶ್ರಮ ವಿದಾಯಿನಿ ನಿಜಾಜ್ಞಾರೂಪ ನಿಗಮ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಫಲಪ್ರದ ಶ್ರುತಿ ಸೀಮಂತ ಸಿಂಧೂರೀಕೃತ ಪಾದಾಬ್ಜ ಧೂಲಿಕಾ ಸಕಲಾಗಮ ಸಂದೋಹ ಶುಕ್ತಿ ಸಂಪುಟ ಮೌಕ್ತಿಕ ಪುರುಷಾರ್ಥ ಪ್ರದಾ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಭೋಗಿನಿ ಭುವನೇಶ್ವರಿ ಅಂಬಿಕಾ ಅನಾದಿ ನಿಧನ ಹರಿಬ್ರಹ್ಮೇಂದ್ರ ಸೇವಿತ नारायणी नादरूपा नामरूपविवर्जिता ह्रींकारी ह्रीमती हृद्या हेयोपादेय वर्जिता राजराजार्चिता राज्ञी रम्या राजीवलोचना रञ्जनी रमणीयस्या रणकिङ्किणीमेकला रमा राकेन्दुवदना रतिरूपा रतिप्रिया रक्षाकरी राक्षसग्नी रामा रमणलम्पटा काम्या कामकलारूपा कदम्बकुसुमप्रिया कल्याणी जगती कन्दा करुणारससागरा कलावती कलालापा कान्ता कादम्बरी प्रिया वरदा वामनयना वारुणी मदविह्वला विश्वादिका वेदवेद्या विन्ध्याचलनिवासिनी धात्री वेदजननी विष्णुमाया विलासिनी क्षेत्रस्वरूपा क्षेत्रेशी क्षेत्रक्षेत्रक्षपालिनी क्षयविद्यविनिर्मुक्ता क्षेत्रपालसमर्चिता विजया विमला वन्द्या वन्दार्जुनवत्सला वाग्वादिनी वामकेशी वह्निमण्डलवासिनी भक्तिमत्कल्पलतिका पशुपाशविमोचिनी समृता शेषपाषण्डा सदाचारप्रवर्तिका तापत्रयाग्निसन्तप्तसमाह्लादनचन्द्रिका तरुणी तापसाराध्या तनुमद्या तमोपहा चितिस्तत्पदलक्ष्यात्ता चिदेकरस्वरूपिणी स्वात्मानन्दलवीभूतब्रह्माद्यानन्दसन्ततिः परा प्रत्यक्षितीरूपा पश्यन्ती परदेवता मध्यमा वैखरीरूपा भक्तमानसहंसिका कामेश्वरप्राणनाडी कृतज्ञा कामपूजिता शृङ्गाररससम्पूर्णा जया जालन्धरस्थिता ओढ्यानपीठनिलया बिन्दुमण्डलवासिनी रहोयागक्रमाराध्या रहस्तर्पणतर्पिता सद्यप्रसादिनी विश्वसाक्षिणी साक्षिवर्जिता षडङ्गदेवता युक्ता षड्गुण्यपरिपूरिता नित्यक्लिन्ना निरुपमा निर्वाणसुखदायिनी नित्या षोडशिकारूपा श्रीकण्ठार्धशरीरिणी प्रभावती प्रभारूपा प्रसिद्धा परमेश्वरी मूलप्रकृतिरव्यक्ता व्यक्ता व्यक्तस्वरूपिणी व्यापिनी विविधाकारा विद्या विद्यास्वरूपिणी महाकामेश नयन कुमुदाह्लादकौमुदी भक्तहादतमो वेद भानुमद्भानुसन्ततिः शिवदूती शिवाराध्या शिवमूर्तिः शिवङ्करी शिवप्रिया शिवपरा शिष्टेष्टा शिष्टपूजिता अप्रमेया स्वप्रकाशा मनोवाचा मगोचरा चिच्चक्तिश्चेतना रूपा जडशक्तिर्जडात्मिका गायत्री व्याहृति सन्ध्या द्विजवृन्दनिषेविता तत्त्वासना तत्त्वमयी पञ्चकोशान्तरस्थिता निःसीममहिमा नित्ययौवना मदशालिनी मदगूर्णितरक्ताक्षी मदपाटलगण्डभूः चन्दनद्रवदिग्धाङ्गी चाम्पेयकुसुमप्रिया कुशला कोमलाकारा कुरुकुल्लाकुलेश्वरी कुलकुण्डालया कौलमार्गतत्परसेविता कुमारगणनाथाम्बा तुष्टिः पुष्टिर्मदर्गतिः शान्तिस्वस्तिमती कान्तिर्नन्दिनी विघ्ननाशिनी तेजोवती त्रिनयना लोलाक्षी कामरूपिणी मालिनी हंसिनी माता मलयाचलमासिनी सुमुखी नलिनी शुभ्रू शोभना सुरनायिका कालकण्ठी कान्तिमती क्षोभिनी सूक्ष्मरूपिणी वज्रेश्वरी वामदेवी वयोवस्था विवर्जिता सिद्धेश्वरी सिद्धविद्या सिद्धमाता यशस्विनी विशुद्धिचक्रनिलया आरक्तवर्णा त्रिलोचना खड्वाङ्गादिप्रहरणा वदनैकसमन्विता पायसान्नप्रिया त्वक्स्था पशुलोकभयङ्करी अमृतादिमहाशक्तिसंवृता डाकिनीश्वरी अनाहताब्जनिलया श्यामा भावदनद्वया दंश्रोज्ज्वलाक्षमालादिधरा रुधिरसंस्थिता कालरात्र्यादिशक्त्यौगवृता स्निग्धौदनप्रिया महावीरेन्द्रवरदा राकिन्यम्बा स्वरूपिणी मणिपूराब्जनिलया वदनत्रयसंयुता वज्रादिकायुधोपेदा डामर्यादिविरावृता रक्तवर्णा मांसनिष्ठा गुडान्नप्रीतमानसा समस्तभक्तसुखदा लाकिन्यम्बा स्वरूपिणी स्वादिष्टानाम्बुजगदा चतुर्वक्त्रमनोहरा शूलाद्यायुधसम्पन्ना पीतवर्णातिगर्विता मेधोनिष्ठा मधुप्रीता बन्दिन्यादिसमन्विता दद्यन्नासक्तहृदया ताकिनी रूपधारिणी मूलाधाराम्बुजारूढा पञ्चवक्त्रास्ति संस्थिता अंकुशादिप्रहरणा वरदादिनिषेविता मुद्गौदनासक्तचित्ता साकिन्यम्बा स्वरूपिणी आज्ञाचक्राब्जनिलया शुक्लवर्णा षडानना मज्जा संस्थाहं सवती मुख्यशक्तिसमन्विता हरिद्रानैकरसिका हाकिनी रूपधारिणी सहस्रदलपद्मस्था सर्ववर्णोपशोभिता सर्वायुधधरा शुक्लसंस्थिता सर्वतोमुखी सर्वौदनप्रीतचित्ता याकिन्यम्बा स्वरूपिणी स्वाहा स्वदा मतिर्मेधा श्रुतिस्मृतिरनुत्तमा पुण्यकीर्तिः पुण्यलभ्या पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तना कुलोमजार्चिता बन्धमोचनी बर्बरालका विमर्शरूपिणी विद्या वियदादिजगत्प्रसूः सर्वव्याधिप्रशमनी सर्वमृत्युनिवारिणी अग्रगण्या अचिन्त्यरूपा कलिकल्मषनाशिनी कात्यायनी कालहन्त्री कमलाक्षनिषेविता ताम्बूलपूरितमुखी दाडिमी कुसुमप्रभा मृगाक्षी मोहिनी
मुख्या मृडानी मित्ररूपिणी
नित्यतृप्ता भक्तनिधिर्नियन्त्री निखिलेश्वरी मैत्र्यादिवासना लभ्या महाप्रलयसाक्षिणी पराशक्तिः परानिष्ठा प्रज्ञानघनरूपिणी माद्वीपानालसा मत्ता मातृका वर्णरूपिणी महाकैलासनिलया मृणालमृदुदोलता महनीया दयामूर्तिर्महासाम्राज्यशालिनी
आत्मविद्या महाविद्या श्री विद्या काम सेविता श्री षोडशाक्षरी विद्या त्रिकूटा कामकोटिका
कटाक्ष किङ्करी भूत कमला कोटि सेविता शिरस्थिता चन्द्रनिभा भालस्तेन्द्रधनुप्रभा हृदयस्था रविप्रख्या त्रिकोणान्तरदीपिका दाक्षायणी दैत्यहन्त्री दक्षयज्ञविनाशिनी दरान्दोलित दीर्घाक्षी दरहासोज्ज्वलन्मुखी गुरुमूर्तिर्गुणनिधिर्गोमाता गुहजन्मभूः देवेशी दण्डनीतिस्था दहराकाशरूपिणी प्रतिपन्मुख्यराकान्ततिथिमण्डलपूजिता कलात्मिका कलानाथा काव्यालापविनोदिनी सचामररमावाणि सव्यदक्षिणसेविता आदिशक्तिरमेयात्मा परमा पावनाकृतिः अनेककोटिब्रह्माण्डजननी दिव्यविग्रहा क्लींकारी केवला गुह्या कैवल्यपददायिनी त्रिपुरा त्रिजगद्वन्द्या त्रिमूर्तिस्त्रिशेश्वरी
त्र्यक्षरी
गन्धाढ्या सिन्दूरतिलकाञ्चिता उमाशैलेन्द्रतनया गौरी गन्धर्वसेविता विश्वगर्भा स्वर्णगर्भा अवरदा वागदीश्वरी ध्यानगम्या अपरिच्छेद्या ज्ञानदा ज्ञानविग्रहा सर्ववेदान्तसंवेद्या सत्यानन्दस्वरूपिणी लोपामुद्रार्चिता लीला क्लुप्तब्रह्माण्डमण्डला अदृश्यादृश्यरहिता विज्ञात्री वेद्यवर्जिता योगिनी योगदा योग्या योगानन्दा युगन्धरा इच्छाशक्ति ज्ञानशक्ति क्रियाशक्ति स्वरूपिणी सर्वाधारा सुप्रतिष्ठा सदसद्रूपधारिणी अष्टमूर्तिरजा चैत्री लोकयात्रा विदायिनी एकाकिनी भूमरूपा निर्द्वैता द्वैतवर्जिता अन्नदा वसुधा वृद्धा ब्रह्मात्मैक्यस्वरूपिणी बृहती ब्राह्मणी ब्राह्मी ब्रह्मानन्दा बलिप्रिया भाषारूपा बृहत्सेना भाव अभाव विवर्जिता सुखाराध्या शुभकरी शोभना सुलभागतिः राजराजेश्वरी राज्यदायिनी राज्यवल्लभा राजकृपा राजपीठ निवेशित निजाश्रिता राज्यलक्ष्मी कोशनाथा चतुरंगबलेश्वरी साम्राज्यदायिनी सत्यसन्धा सागरमेखला
दीक्षिता दैत्य शमनी
सर्वलोकवशङ्करी सर्वात्तदात्री सावित्री सच्चिदानन्दरूपिणी देशकाला परिच्छिन्ना सर्वगा सर्वमोहिनी सरस्वती शास्त्रमयी गुहाम्बा गुह्यरूपिणी सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्ता सदा शिवपतिव्रता सम्प्रदायेश्वरी साध्वी गुरुमण्डलरूपिणी कुलोत्तीर्णा भगाराध्या माया मधुमतीमही गणाम्बा गुह्यकाराध्या कोमलांगी गुरुप्रिया स्वतन्त्रा सर्वतन्त्रेशी दक्षिणामूर्तिरूपिणी सनकादिसमाराध्या शिवज्ञानप्रदायिनी चित्कला आनन्दकलिका प्रेमरूपा प्रियङ्करी नामपारायण प्रीता नन्दिविद्यानटेश्वरी विद्या जगदधिष्ठाना मुक्तिदा मुक्तिरूपिणी लास्यप्रिया लयकरी लज्जारम्भादिवन्दिता भवदा वसुधा वृष्टिः पापारण्यदवानला दौर्भाग्यतूलवातूला जराध्वान्तरविप्रभा
भाग्याब्धिचन्द्रिका
भक्तचित्तकेकि गणागणा रोगपर्वतदम्बोलिर्मृत्युदारुकुटारिका महेश्वरी महाकाली महाग्रासा महाशना अपर्णा चण्डिका चण्डमुण्डा सुरनिषूदिनी क्षराक्षरात्मिका सर्वलोकेशी विश्वधारिणी त्रिवर्गदात्री सुभगा त्र्यम्बका त्रिगुणात्मिका स्वर्गापवर्गदा शुद्धा जपा पुष्पनिभा कृतिः ओजोवती द्विजरा यज्ञरूपा प्रियव्रता दुराराध्या दुरादर्शा पाटली कुसुमप्रिया महती मेरुनिलया मन्दार कुसुमप्रिया वीराराध्या विराड्रूपा विरजा विश्वतोमुखी प्रत्यग्रूपा पराकाशा प्राणदा प्राणरूपिणी मार्ताण्डभैरवाराध्या मन्त्रिणी न्यस्त्यराज्यदूः त्रिपुरेशी जयत्सेना निस्त्रैगुण्या परापरा
सत्यज्ञानानंद रूपा
सामरस्य परायणा कपर्दिनी कलामाला कामदुःखामरूपिणी कलानिधिः काव्यकला रसज्ञानसुषेवधिः पुष्टा पुरातना पूज्या पुष्करा पुष्करेक्षणा परञ्ज्योतिः परन्धामा परमाणुपरात्परा पाशहस्ता पाशहन्त्री परमन्त्रविभेदिनी मूर्ता अमूर्ता अनित्यतृप्ता मुनिमानसहंसिका सत्यव्रता सत्यरूपा सर्वान्तर्यामिनी सती ब्रह्माणी ब्रह्मजननी बहुरूपा बुधार्चिता प्रसवित्री प्रचण्डाज्ञा प्रतिष्ठा प्रकटाकृतिः प्राणेश्वरी प्राणदात्री पञ्चाशत्पीठरूपिणी विशङ्कला विविक्तस्था वीरमाता वियत्प्रसूः मुकुन्दा मुक्तिनिलया मूलविग्रहरूपिणी भावज्ञाभवरोगग्नि भवचक्रप्रवर्तिनि छन्दःसारा शास्त्रसारा मन्त्रसारा तलोदरी उदारकीर्तिरुद्दाम वैभवावर्णरूपिणी जन्म मृत्युजरा तप्तजनविश्रान्तिदायिनी सर्वोपनिषदुत्कृष्टा शान्तितीतकलात्मिका गम्भीरा गगनान्तस्था गर्भिता गानलोलुपा कल्पनारहिता काष्ठा कान्ता कान्तार्थविग्रहा कार्यकारणनिर्मुक्ता कामकेलितरङ्गिता
कनत्कनकताटङ्का
लीला विग्रहधारिणी अजाक्षयनिर्मुक्ता मुक्ता क्षिप्रप्रसादिनी अन्तर्मुखसमाराध्या बहिर्मुखसुर्लभा त्रयी त्रिवर्गनिलया त्रिस्ता त्रिपुरमालिनी निरामया निरालम्बा स्वात्मा रामा सुधा श्रुतिः संसारपङ्कनिर्मग्न समुद्धरणपण्डिता यज्ञप्रिया यज्ञकर्त्री यजमानस्वरूपिणी धर्मादाराधनाध्यक्षा धनधान्यविवर्धिनी विप्रप्रिया विप्ररूपा विश्वभ्रमणकारिणी विश्वग्रासा विद्रुमाभा वैष्णवी विष्णुरूपिणी अयोनिर्योनिनिलया कूटस्था कुलरूपिणी वीरगोष्ठी प्रिया वीरा नैष्कर्म्यानादरूपिणी विज्ञानकलनाकल्या विदग्धा वैन्दवासना तत्त्वाधिका तत्त्वमयी तत्त्वमर्थस्वरूपिणी सामगानप्रिया सौम्या सदाशिवकुटुम्बिनी सव्यापसव्यमार्गस्था सर्वापद्विनिवारिणी स्वस्था स्वभावमधुरा धीरा धीरसमर्चिता चैतन्यार्घ्यसमाराध्या चैतन्यकुसुमप्रिया सदोदिता सदा तुष्टा तरुणादित्यपाटला दक्षिणा दक्षिणाराध्या दरस्मेरमुकाम्बुजा कौलिनी केवलानर्घ्य कैवल्यपददायिनी स्तोत्रप्रिया सुधिमती श्रुतिसंस्कृतवैभवा मनस्विनी मानवती महेशी मङ्गलाकृतिः विश्वमाता जगद्धात्री विशालाक्षी विरागिनी
प्रगल्भा
परमोदारा परामोदा मनोमयी व्योमकेशी विमानस्था वज्रिणी वामकेश्वरी पञ्चयज्ञप्रिया पञ्चप्रेतमञ्चादिशायिनी पञ्चमी पञ्चभूतेशी पञ्चसङ्ख्योपचारिणी शाश्वती शाश्वतैश्वर्या शर्मदा शम्भुमोहिनी धराधरसुता धन्या धर्मिणी धर्मवर्धिनी लोकातीता गुणातीता सर्वातीता क्षमात्मिका बन्धूककुसुमप्रज्ञा बाला लीला विनोदिनी सुमङ्गली सुखकरी सुवेशाद्या सुवासिनी सुवासिन्यर्चन प्रीता आशोभना शुद्धमानसा बिन्दुतर्पणसन्तुष्टा पूर्वजा त्रिपुराम्बिका दशमुद्रा समाराध्या त्रिपुरा श्रीवशङ्करी ज्ञानमुद्रा ज्ञानगम्या ज्ञानज्ञेयस्वरूपिणी योनिमुद्रा त्रिगण्डेशी त्रिगुणाम्बा त्रिगुणगा अनगाद्भुतचारित्रा वाञ्छितार्थप्रदायिनी अभ्यासातिशयज्ञाता षडद्वातीतरूपिणी अव्याजकरुणामूर्तिरज्ञानध्वान्तदीपिका आबालगोपविदिता सर्वानुल्लङ्घ्य शासना श्रीचक्रराजनिलया श्रीमत्त्रिपुरसुन्दरी श्रीशिवा शिवशक्त्यैकरूपिणी ललिताम्बिका सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहां त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत् दारानायकशेखरां स्मितमुखीम् आपीनवक्षोरुहाम् पाणिभ्याम् अलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम् सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम् सर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व परमेश्वरी अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष रक्षेश्वरी।
विविकाहि स्वरूपा देवी परा महाकाली च लक्ष्मी सरस्वतीया पुरुषार्थप्रदायिनी देवी परा राजराजेश्वरी परशक्ति उमा जय हे शिवशक्तिमयी जय हे शुभलक्ष्मीमयी जय हे श्रुतिसारमयी जय हे जगदात्ममयी कल्याणकरी देवी समष्टिपरा परिवारसुपालिनी व्यष्टि सदा कल्याणकरी देवी समष्टिपरा परिवारसुपालिनी व्यष्टि सदा दुर्गा वरदा भयनाशिनी मा मम तामसहारिणि पालय मां मम तामसहारिणि पालय मां जय हे शिवशक्तिमयी जय हे शुभ लक्ष्मीमयी जय हे श्रुतिसारमयी जय हे जगदात्ममयी सदा स्वार्थस्य सिद्धित्वया कृपया परिपूर्णपरार्थप्रसादकरी मनमोहिनी कामिनी ह्लादकरी दुरदृष्टविनाशिनी भाग्यमये जय हे शिवशक्तिमयी जय हे शुभलक्ष्मीमयी जय हे श्रुतिसारमयी जय हे जगदात्ममयी इह लौकिकज्ञानप्रदायिनि मा परलौकिकविद्याप्रदर्शिनि मा इह लौकिकज्ञानप्रदायिनि मा परलौकिकविद्याप्रदर्शिनि मा श्रुतिदेवी सरस्वती वेदमयी वरदे वरं देहि मे मोक्षप्रदे जय हे शिवशक्तिमयी जय हे शुभलक्ष्मीमयी जय हे श्रुतिसारमयी जय हे जगदात्ममयी
Hari Om. Pranam Swamiji. Hari Om to all the participants. On behalf of CMWRC, we would like to wish everyone, first of all, a very happy Vijayadashami today. And on this final evening of the CMWRC 2020 Navaratri retreat. I would like to begin thanking by our Pujya Swamiji and Vilasni ji for all of your guidance and support. We really could not do this, Swamiji, without your support and guidance. Many thanks to all the speakers also. Thank you to all of the participants who joined us, who joined our retreat every evening for the past 10 days. And we had an average of about 100 attendees every day. So again, it was really nice to have everybody attending regularly. There were many people involved in the coordination of the retreat. And I would like to humbly thank each and every one of you who helped us in small or big ways to make the retreat possible. In the interest of time today, I would like to recognize just the core team for the retreat who worked very hard to make sure that the program went very smoothly. I'm going to call their names in alphabetical order, and where possible, I would request Dinesh ji to please spotlight them as I call their names. So Andrea ji, Hari Om. Andrea ji was responsible for registration, and you also received the detailed daily programs every morning diligently from her. Thank you, Andrea. Ashutosh ji led the web team He made sure the web updates were made as needed, and he also took care of Chinmaya Somnath coordination of the 6 p.m. Lalita Sahasranamam. So thank you, Ashutosh ji. Bindu ji was responsible for the beautiful Arati coordination every evening. And she also served as the Zoom co-host, which is a new Sevak role now for all of the retreats and satsangs. And to all the families who did the Arati so beautifully as well, thank you for decorating your homes and doing such beautiful Arati. Dhana Yelamanchi ji was responsible for coming up with very nice bios of all the speakers. So thank you, Dhana Lakshmi ji. Dinesh ji, of course, was the Zoom Jedi, and he trained the whole Zoom team with so much patience. And he also served as the YouTube editor and tech coordinator par excellence. So thank you so much, Dinesh ji. And I think he's host today also. So thank you. Jaya ji from Seattle, who sang the Devi Stuti that we played every evening. Krishna Priya sang the beautiful Chinmaya Arati we heard every evening. So thank you, Krishna Priya. Maniji was also another Zoom host, and he managed the evolving program very well, especially on some of the very challenging days. So thank you, Maniji. Medhaji is taking the time to review our e-prasad summaries. So thank you, Medhaji. Meeraji is coordinating. She coordinated the beautiful introductions to the speakers that you saw every day. So thank you to Meera Kirkireji, and also thank you to everyone who did the speaker introductions. Paulami Nanavati ji coordinated the bhajans for every evening. So thank you, Paulami ji, and also thank you to all the bhajan singers who sent in your videos that we played every day and sang. So thank you so much. Purvi for singing the beautiful Devi Arati we heard every evening. Pratima Jadavji for keeping us organized in all fronts with all of the documents and the multiple multimedias that we had. Thank you, Pratima. Shashi ji helped with so many things. She served as Zoom host, co-host, helped with speaker Q&A, and is also leading the beautiful e-prasad, which you all will receive after the retreat. So thank you, Shashi ji. Shuchi ji also helped with many things. She was the main coordination point for all the speakers. Zoom co-host, helped with speaker Q&A, and is also working with Shashi ji and many of you who have contributed the summaries for the e-prasad. So thanks to all the participants who have also submitted the summaries for the various talks so that we can compile all of them. So thank you. Thank you, Shashi ji. Shamji for leading the lovely Lalita Sahasranamam chanting every evening for us, and also Sriji for leading that today. Samata ji was another of our Zoom hosts and also an amazing sounding board who always gave very well thought out opinions about everything. So thank you, Samata ji. And Sriji for leading the beautiful Shodashopachara Puja as well as reviewing the e-prasad and your advice on all fronts. Thank you, Sriji. Finally, I would like to thank Sitaram ji, Anil ji, Raja ji, Meena Shankar ji, and Sri ji for your leadership that makes programs like this possible at CMWRC, and for all of your wonderful support. Thank you, and please enjoy the rest of today's retreat. Hari Om.
Hari Om everyone. I feel so blessed to introduce our own Swamiji, Swami Dhiranand. Swamiji is the resident Swami of Chinmaya Mission, Washington Regional Center since 1989. Swami Dhiranand hails from Hyderabad, India. He was initiated by Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda into sannyas on May 23, 1993. Before coming to Washington, D.C., Swami Dhiranand served in Chinmaya Mission in India conducting Gyan Yajnas. In 1993, Swamiji addressed the World Parliament of Religions in Chicago and was given a standing ovation by the distinguished audience there. Today, Swamiji oversees and guides all the activities of CMWRC. He personally presides over the 3 Balvihar sessions and adult Gita classes at the Silver Spring chapter, Chinmaya. He conducts Thursday Vedanta classes and also CMWRC Children's Summer Camp in Silver Spring and Northern Virginia. He is the inspiration for CMWRC Sevaks, and it is his blessings that thrive our center. One of the primary reasons that children like coming to the mission is Swami Dhirananda. Thank you, Swamiji, for addressing us today. Hari Om.
Good. Thank you for unmuting me. Wonderful. So I can still see the gallery view, isn't it? Deepa, you said I cannot see the gallery view?
Yes, Swamiji, you can see the gallery view.
Yeah, I can see all of you, what you're doing. Good. So Shubha Vijaya Dashami. Auspicious victory. Dashamosi. Dashamosi. Meaning, you are the 10th. This, the Guru reveals. Guru reveals Dashamosi. You are the 10th. And we discover. Then it's Vijaya. Victory. Discovering I am the 10th is victory. I am the 10th is indeed victory. That is Vijaya Dashami. Most of you may know the 10th man story. The 10th man story is actually Dasha Murkha Katha. Murkha is a better word. You can't say fools and all those things do not convey the real meaning of Murkha. So Dasha Murkha. And their names also are wonderful. The first one is Murkha. Second one, Ati Murkha. Third one, Maha Murkha. Fourth one, Parama Murkha. Fifth one, Murkha Shiromani. And sixth one, Murkha Chudamani. Not Viveka Chudamani. Murkha Chudamani. Then still higher, Murkha Chakravarti. And still greater, Murkha Samrat. And I did not exclude myself. Murkha Chaitanya. And finally, Murkhanand. These are the 10 Murkha, Dasha Murkha. So Dasha Murkha story is very, very nice to hear again and again till we realize the 10th. So the 10th man, the 10 fools or 10 Murkhas were crossing a river. The Guru had told them to be careful. He told some of that, he told Murkha Samrat to be the leader and guided by Murkhanand. So all these teacher told them. So Guru was actually forbearing all of them. Because he thought these guys, if they go out, they will destroy. They will create some confusion and sorrows and problems. So he kept them mostly inside the ashram. But one day, an invitation came from the neighboring village, and the Guru said, I cannot come. But these 10 wanted to go, insisted that, please, we want to go. And it was not a pandemic also. So Guru said, okay, you may go, but be careful. And make sure all 10 of you return carefully. And while they were going, in those days they had to walk and they had to cross a river. The river was very shallow. And when they crossed the river, the leader, Murkha Samrat, want to assert his leadership. He said, now all of you stand in a line. I will count whether all of you are safe. And he started counting. He started counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He forgot to count himself. And said, only 9. One of us is missing. And Murkhanand said, you are not good in math. So I will count. So Murkha Samrat went and stood in the line. Murkhanand was counting. Murkhanand also counted 9. Murkha Chaitanya counted 9. Murkha Chudamani also counted 9. Murkha Shiromani also counted 9. Parama Murkha also counted 9. Mahamurkha counted 9. Ati Murkha counted 9. Murkha also counted 9. All counted only 9. And they started crying that one got lost. One old man with his walking stick was walking by and he saw these 10 crying. He came near and said, what happened? They said, sir, we crossed the river. We were 10 when we started from the other side of the bank. And when we crossed this side, we are only 9. That old man just counted 3, 3, 3, 1. There are 10. Then the old man said, you are already 10 here. No, sir, we are only 9. Then the old man said, why don't you count? So again, Murkha Samrat started counting. Sir, look, sir, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9. And Murkhan also said, yes, sir, I also counted. Only 9. Then the old man said, okay, all of you stand in a line. I will count and reveal the 10th man. And he went to the first. He went to Murkha and said, he hit 1 on the head of the Murkha. 1 bang and said, you're 1. And Ati Murkha, 2. Mahamurkha, 3. Parama Murkha, 4. Murkha Shiromani, 5. Murkha Chudamani, 6. Murkha Chakravarti, 7. Murkha Samrat, 8. Murkha Chaitanya, 9. And Murkhananda, he gave much bigger shot and said, you are Murkhananda, you are 10. When rubbing their head, they were happily rubbing their head because they found the 10th man. This story, if you really see, analyze, everyone was the 10th man. And actually the old man asked, who got lost before counting? And then only they started thinking, who got lost? And they said they couldn't detect. There are only 10. They did not know the 10 names. So they said, we don't know who got lost, but one of us is lost. Because everyone was the 10th man. But each one was looking outside. Now when the Guru revealed, the old man revealed the 10th man, who saw the 10th man? The 10th man alone saw the 10th man. Where did he see the 10th man? In himself. How did he see the 10th man? By himself. Then what happened? All sorrows, all worries, all anxieties vanish. Then great peace, great satisfaction, a victory as it were. This is the 10th man story. But somebody, what it has got to do with Vijay Dashami? And you say, Guru says you are Dashamosi, and Guru reveals, and we discover, then Vijaya or victory. So The Nava, I am the 10th man. Each one of you is the 10th person. And what are the 9 we are counting? Now here comes the chart. I am the 10th man. I am the 10th person. And I am only counting body. Counting means what? Conscious of. So I'm counting, conscious of my body. Conscious of mind. Conscious of intellect. Means counting BMI 3. Then counting perceiver I. Counting feeler I. Counting thinker I. 6. And then counting objects. Counting emotions. Counting thoughts. Means you're only conscious of the 9. And when I discover the 10th, that is Vijaya. Vijaya Dashami. Now, discovered? I have not discovered yet. Discovered what, Swamiji? That I am the 10th. No, I am still counting only 9. Meaning, forgetfulness of the self. Remember, forgetfulness of the self is ego. We forgot the self who is conscious of all the 9. So if you have not discovered, what should we do? Repeat. Repeat what? Navaratri. The 9 nights sadhana. The 9 nights practice. And Deepa is like the light. She'll be organizing it every time. And all the sevaks also will help. So till we discover, we keep on repeating Navaratri. 9 nights sadhana. 3 days, 3 days, 3 days invocation. Invoke the first 3 days, the second 3 days, the third 3 days. Whom are we invoking? D, L, and S. D means Mother Durga. First 3 days we invoke Mother Durga. Second 3 days we invoke Mother Lakshmi. The third 3 days we invoke Mother Saraswati. And by the guidance of Mother Saraswati, the 10th day is the victory. So first 3 days when we invoke Mother Durga destroys. She is known as Mahakali. BK. Now Sukanya can call BK very easily. BK means Bhadrakali. Durga, Mother Durga. She destroys. What does she destroy? Kamadi dosha. Kamadi dosha, the Shat Ripu. The 6 enemies. Who are the 6 enemies? In 3 days, 6 enemies. So 2, 4, 6, 2 per day. At least a little of the enemy should be destroyed. Who are the 6 enemies? KK, LM, and MM. KK means Kama, Krodha. Kama, desire. When desire is blocked, Krodha. Kama, Krodha. 2 enemies. First 2 in the 3 days. First day, destroy the 2 enemies, a little at least. Kama, Krodha, that is desire, selfish desires, and anger. Then Lobha, Moha, greed, and delusion. Lobha, Moha, to at least a little. Then Mada, Matsarya, vanity and jealousy. These are the Shad Ripu, the 6 enemies. 2 per day, at least a little we start. When we invoke Mother Durga, the more we invoke, the more she destroys. And erelong, Mother Durga makes us courageous and disciplined. ever ready to fight against all low tendencies and false values within first, then without us as well. This is the blessing of Mother Durga if we invoke as best as possible. Next 3 days, we invoke Mother Lakshmi. Mother Lakshmi nourishes us, nurtures us and nourishes us with the wealth of values. We know the dollar value, but the real wealth is Shamadhi Shat Sampatti. If Shamadhi Shat Sampatti is there, even the outer wealth is easy to get. If the inner wealth, Shamadhi Shat Sampatti, is not there, even if we have the outer wealth, they will be squandered and they'll disappear. So what are the Shat Sampatti? SD. SD means, it is Swami Dhirananda also, but SD means Shama and Dhamma. Shama, mental quietude, mind control. Dhamma, sense control. Uparama, withdrawing the mind from all useless activities by focusing on our duties, fulfilling our responsibilities. Then Titiksha, because everyone has little pinpricks of life. Unless Titiksha is there, very difficult to walk the path of spirituality. So Titiksha, forbearance, fortitude. And two main, Shraddha. So Shamadama, mind control and sense control. Uparama, Titiksha. Uparama, not allowing the mind to wander about by focusing on the duties. Titiksha, forbearance. Shraddha, faith. Faith in the teacher, faith in your guru, and faith in the scriptures, Shruti. And last, Samadhanam, where the mind becomes very quiet, alert, and vigilant. The power of concentration is kindled. And very soon, Mother Lakshmi inspires us to live honestly the noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. So first 3 days, Mother Durga. Second 3 days, Mother Lakshmi. And the final 3 days of Navaratri, we invoke Mother Saraswati. How we invoke Mother Saraswati? Through Shravanadi Sadhana for 3 days. Shravana and Swadhyaya, first day. Shravana, listening to the teacher. And also Swadhyaya, self-study. Second day, what I had listened, what I had studied, Manana. Manana, reflection. And third day, Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana, abiding in the knowledge assimilated. Now, we may say first day, second day, third day. Day by day means it is not that only a day. Means as we are progressing day by day. So every day should be a progress day where I'm progressing, moving forward, renouncing the earlier defects or the ignorance by marching forward in the light of knowledge. And immediately Mother Saraswati's guidance comes. Mother Saraswati's guidance keeps us on the path of virtue, courage, and wisdom. See, all these are in our pledge, Chinmaya Mission pledge. How Gurudev dictated all the powers of Mother Durga, Mother Lakshmi, Mother Saraswati are in our own pledge. Now, a secret, if you see, who is Mother Saraswati? Have you thought of? Our Mother Saraswati is Swami Chinmayananda Saraswati. You might not have heard as Swami Chinmayananda Saraswati. The great masters, they used to say that Mother Saraswati is dancing on the tongue of Swami Chinmayananda. He is truly Swami Chinmayananda Saraswati. And Mother Saraswati's guidance. What is guidance? The very spelling of guidance reveals what guidance is. The spelling is G, U, I, then D, A, N, C, E. Guidance. G-U-I-D-A-N. So if you see G-U-I, U and I means you and I. When we follow G, G means Guru. Our Guru Swami Chinmayananda Saraswati. When you and I follow G, then our life will be dance, oh dance. When do you dance? Never in sorrow or dejection or depression or despair. When you are joyous, joy, oh joy, then alone you can dance, oh dance. So when you and I follow Guru, because in guidance, G-U-I, you and I follow G. So when you and I follow G, Guru, then our life is a dance. Now, a very nice technique for Shravana, and so what is the style of the practice? When you are invoking Mother Durga, she deletes or destroys all the negative tendencies. Not only she destroys the negative tendencies, but will not allow you to accumulate new negative tendencies. That is what is Mother Durga's blessings. First, she destroys the existing negative tendencies and will not allow new negative tendencies to creep in. Then when she cleanses, then Mother Lakshmi fills us with all the divine tendencies. Daivi Sampatti. Mother Durga destroys the Asuri Sampatti. And Mother Lakshmi blesses us with Daivi Sampatti, divine tendencies, meaning divine thoughts, divine feelings. Then Mother Saraswati blesses us with the Shravana, Swadhyaya, Manana, Nididhyasana. How does she help in Shravana, Swadhyaya? So there are some styles. It's called Nyaya. Marjala Nyaya means cat style. Cat style. How the cat takes care of the kitten. Then there is Govatsa Nyaya. Go means cow. Vatsa, calf. Cow and calf style. And finally, Markata Nyaya means monkey style. Thus, in Shravana and Swadhyaya, Marjala style means cat style. For Manana, Govatsa style. For Nididhyasana, Markata, monkey style. Those who have not heard of this, you may wonder what is Marjala, cat style. Cats, if you have observed the mother cat, how it takes care of the kitten. By its mouth, it carries the kitten to safety. And that carrying by the mouth, it appears as though she is biting. No, such a gentle, she is lifting the kitten, and the kitten surrenders to the mother. Kitten can do nothing. So Guru, like the cat, mom cat, we saw literally Gurudev picking us when he's giving us the Shravana, how he used to feed us. We never thought we are learning. We were enjoying the teaching because he used to bring so, the examples or the illustrations, such a shining light of examples where your mind gets thrilled to listen to him. Your mind is carried away. You get lost in his teaching. You forget that you're sitting in front of him. He takes you along with him. It's amazing to, I used to sit right under his nose. And especially when he's narrating the story or examples, and if I smile a little, means he understands. This fellow already knows this. Because I must have heard before also. And moment he detects that I already know it, he start adding more and more masalas to the story. And it'll be much more interesting. Like my mother feeds, when you have eaten the same dal rice, she adds little extra some masala, or one day with papadam, one day with vadiyalu. It makes one day with avakai. Oh, it is so tasty. Extra masala is added. So during Shravana time, when he's teaching you, at that time, he is like the mother cat style. He carries you to the level of safety. So that is Marjala Nyaya, cat style. And then he will tell, now this verse, like especially Viveka Chodamani when he was teaching, whenever he comes to a particular verse, very important verse, you have to memorize this. I will ask you anytime. And immediately we'll go and study. That's a Swadhyaya, where we ourselves study. Especially the questions of the student. These questions should be at the tip of your mind. Whenever I ask you, you should tell, Ko nama bandha. Moment I say, Ko nama bandha, you must say, Katamesh agata, Kadam pratishtasya, Kadam vimoksha, Ko savanatma, Paramakatma, Tayor viveka katham. So we were on the tip of our toes. We had to study. So Shravana from the Guru, and he made us do Swadhyaya also. So that is called cat style, Marjala Nyaya. Next comes Manana, reflection. First reflection is silent reflection, means you are reflecting. This is what we do before the class. Even though I have Monday, today was Monday. So all the 9 days, silent reflection was going on. What to give, what to give, what not to give, and what to give. So many ideas popping. It's called silent reflection. Then when we are giving the discourse, at that time, Govatsa Nyaya. Govatsa means the cow and the calf. How the mother cow is walking behind or nearby the calf to check whether the calf is safe. So to Gurudev used to watch how we are giving our lectures. Is it safely given what we are learning? So it really happened to me. I was asked to give the question answer session in Siddhabadi, and all the delegates, about 400 delegates were there. And I was a brahmachari at that time, young. And young brahmachari has very little respect by the people. Very little respect means no respect whatsoever. And ye to bacha hai, kya padayega, this is the feeling. And I was asked that I should give the question answer sessions. And all older people are sitting in front of me. Majority are white hair. Now I don't mind to blast off. At that time, now I thought I should really invoke Guru's grace. I went to Gurudev, bowed down to him and says, Swamiji, I am asked to give the question answer session. Please help me. And Gurudev said, he gave one pat on my back. This pat is where it removes all the fear, and said, look, the questions will be written on the paper. All the papers are the members, all the delegates, they write questions, and all those questions are collected by the host. I saw the Q&N host. They collect it, and then they keep it on your table. Now, when you take one question, you first read the question in your mind. Don't read it loud. Read first in your mind. And after reading the question in your mind, if you know the answer, fire off. But suppose you read the question and you don't know the answer. Don't panic. You keep some questions in your own mind, your own questions, and read your question into it. And then fire off. Who will know that what question is there? And after answering your question through that, tear this question into pieces. Nobody should be able to read it. See the technique he gives. Luckily, by his grace and blessings, I never got a chance to use that trick yet. I may use it, but I don't know. So this is Govatsa Nyaya. So he is behind you or checking you how safe you are, how to keep you safe, like mother cow. And once you are ready by Shravana and Swadhyaya and Manana, loud reflection and silent reflection, then during Nididhyasana, the Guru follows the Markata Nyaya, monkey style. Monkey will just come near the baby and just one tap it gives by the hand. The baby monkey has to cling to the mother monkey. Just one tip it gives, and immediately the baby monkey clings. And the baby monkey has to hold the mommy monkey tight. If the baby monkey is careless, mom monkey will be springing from branch to branch, because the legs and the forelegs and the hind legs are needed for the monkey, mom monkey, to bounce from branch to branch. Baby monkey has to hold on. So too, during Nididhyasana, I have to hold on tight. And the Guru takes you and to the heights where he is. And when I hold on tightly to his feet, then we discover. What do we discover? Dashamaha Asmi. I am the 10th. And that is Vijaya Dashami. Auspicious victory. This is Vijaya Dashami. So if you want to refer the Gita verse, in Gita chapter 6, verse number 20, this 10th man story comes out very beautifully. Yatra uparamate chittam niruddham yoga sevaya tatra cha eva atmana atmanam pashyan atmani tushyati. This is the glory of the Gita. Yatro paramate chittam niruddham yoga sevaya yatra chaiva atmanatmanam pashyan atmani tushyati. Yatra means yasmin kale. At that time, uparamate chittam means this is the Nididhyasana time. Means where you are so much total exclusively your mind is going towards the self without any obstruction. The mind has become yata deepa nivatastha. You can see in my altar, there's a deepa light lamp with no cross breeze. When there's a cross breeze, the flame will flicker. The flame is not flickering. Flame is without the cross breeze. So when the mind's attention is compared to the flame, when there is no cross breeze of selfish desires, agitations, the flame of mind's attention will not flicker. So yatra yasmin kale uparamate chittam, when the mind is totally withdrawn towards the self. By yoga sevaya, niruddham yoga sevaya means chanchalata rahita. No more fickleness of the mind, no more agitations, no more anxieties, no more worries. Yoga seva means yoga anushtana, means yoga abhyasa. By this yoga abhyasena, yatracha atmana atmanam pashyan atmani tushyati. Yatra, in that seat, when the mind and intellect's attention is exclusively going towards the self, what happens? Atmana means parishuddhena antakaranena, means the mind and intellect is so pure heart, means mind is pure, intellect is brilliant, means no cross breeze. The attention goes like the flame when there's no cross breeze, it goes up, 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 up. So to the attention goes up to discover the self. So parishuddhena antakaranena atmana. Atmanam. Atmanam is the Param Chaitanya Jyoti. Chaitanya Jyoti, the light of consciousness. Atmanam. Pashyan means recognizing, realizing. Then Tushyati means Swatmanam Pashyan Tushyati. Discovering the self is totally contented. Here alone is the satisfaction. So Tushyati, satisfied, seeing the self, knowing the self, being the self. Where? In the self. How? By the self. Seeing what? The self. Swamiji, I don't understand. Seeing the self, in the self, by the self, the self. What is this? Remember the story? How did the 10th man see the 10th man? The 10th man saw the 10th man. Where? In the 10th man. How? By the 10th man. What did he see? The 10th man. How beautiful the story. So then the 10th man is totally satisfied, relieved by seeing the 10th man, in the 10th man, by the 10th man, the 10th man. So Dashamurka story reveals beautifully the final realization. So if we have not discovered, you should not worry. You don't worry, because I'll be very happy if you have not discovered, because I'll be still remaining in employment. I'll be employed. If you discover, I will become unemployed. So therefore, don't worry if you have not discovered. Till I am alive, I'll be teaching. So don't worry if you have even if you have discovered, you will enjoy much more the teachings. You will become the teacher as well. So I need not worry that I have not discovered. You need not worry that you have not discovered. So till we discover, we do the Shravana Swadhyaya, Manana, silent reflection. And when we are teaching, loud reflection. And then Nididhyasana means where we are seeing the self, by the self, in the self, and total satisfaction. And when we discover the 10th, that I am the 10th, because I'm constantly counting, means constantly conscious of the body, conscious of the mind, conscious of the intellect, conscious of the perceiver I, conscious of the feeler I, conscious of the thinker I, conscious of objects, conscious of emotions, conscious of thoughts. But I forget that consciousness, because of which I'm conscious of the 9. Only 9 I'm conscious of. And I forget myself, the consciousness, Chinmaya, who is conscious of. So when we discover Chinmaya, that is Vijaya Dashami. So may Sri Gurudev's grace and blessings flow through us to discover Chinmaya. It's because of consciousness, the senses are perceiving. Eyes are seeing. So when the eyes are seeing, if our altar is Chinmaya, my eyes are seeing Chinmaya because of Chinmaya. conscious eyes are consciously seeing the altar. My altar is Chinmaya also, consciousness. So it's because of consciousness, my conscious eyes can see. But eyes cannot see consciousness. But because of consciousness, my eyes have the ability to see. So to all the senses. So to the mind. Because of Chinmaya, the consciousness, my mind has the ability to feel consciousness. Mind cannot feel consciousness. But because of consciousness, the mind has the ability to feel. You may think that you are feeling consciousness. It is not. It cannot. It has no capacity. But because of Chinmaya, the mind has the ability to feel. The power to feel itself is because of that. So too the intellect. The intellect cannot think of consciousness, Chinmaya. But because of consciousness, the intellect has the power to think. Thus, we discover Chinmaya through the practice of using the senses to discover the self, using the mind to discover the self, using the intellect to discover the self. And when the self is discovered, then total satisfaction, tushyati. So it's a Godspeed. So Gurudev's grace is always there. So if I have not discovered, means still what to do? Vasanas are there. Therefore, exhaust the existing vasanas without accumulating new vasanas. How? Without selfishness and selfish desires. When I work, the existing vasanas get exhausted. Since I'm working without selfish desires, no new vasanas will be accumulated. Thereby, the pressure of vasanas on M&I's attention reduces. When the pressure reduces, the M&I's potential attention is available for contemplation, meditation. Mind becomes quieter. Quieter the mind, greater the contemplation. And through contemplation, I discover that I am the 10th. That is victory. Vijaya Dashami. Shubha Vijaya Dashami. Thank you very much. Auspicious victory. Did anybody discover?
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om. Did anybody discover? Then we can delete that person. We can remove that person from here. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for the humorous and inspiring talk today, as always. And what a beautiful explanation of Vijayadashmi. It was so easy to understand. Harder to implement, but easy to understand.
What is harder to implement? Because if easy to implement, then I become unemployed.
So we do have a few questions.
Host, Q&A host.
Yes, so we have, the first question is Hari Om Swamiji.
Oh, Hari Om is a question.
Can you please suggest tips that we can follow on a daily basis to make finding the 10th man or a woman a habit?
So every 9 days, then the following day will be the 10th day. And see whether you have discovered. Not. Start again. First 3 days, Durga. Second 3 days, Mother Lakshmi. Third 3 days, Mother Saraswati. And with that guidance, see whether the guidance, I follow the Guru, the Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. In Nididhyasana on the 10th day, do I discover? Discover means it should be 24/7. Just as I feel that I am the perceiver, feeler, thinker, 24. The moment I wake up, I am perceiver. I am feeler. I am thinker. I wake up means mind waking up. When the mind wakes up, immediately it identifies with the body, becoming the perceiver, feeler, thinker, I. So this perceiver, feeler, thinker, I is meant only for role play. When you perceive somebody based on the relative relationship, I, interact. When nobody is there in front of me, this is the best time in the pandemic time. Nobody wants to be near you or nobody wants to be with you. This is the best time to practice. When nobody is in front of me, am I the 10th man? How can I be perceiver? I'm not perceiving anybody. How can I be the feeler when I'm not feeling nobody else with me to feel or think of anybody else? When nobody else is there, but still if I'm the perceiver, I, feeler, I, thinker, I, then what? Vasanas are still there. Therefore, whoever comes in your mind, you're not seeing that person, but that person comes in your mind. Then you should start thinking, what I can give that person. Unnecessarily is coming in front of me. Unnecessarily is coming in my mind. So something I should give to get rid of the person. If I want something from the person, I remain. But if I want to give, then I don't want anything. I want to give. So whomever you think, that person is not in front of you. If you're thinking of that person, give something. Give gali also. Best is give some nice Gurudev sayings. When you're giving Gurudev sayings, then it'll be wonderful. Something you give what you can. Because then that way you are that person. That person also does not want evil and that person will not come in your mind again. So 3 days, Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. First, deleting the Shadripu, negative tendencies, then filling in the positive tendencies, and then Shravana, Swadhyaya, Manana, Nididhyasana. And through Nididhyasana, discovering the 10th.
Thank you. The next question is, Swamiji Pranams. Can you please elaborate on Shraddha, faith in self, Guru and scriptures, and how to make this stronger?
See, when Gurudev told us something, especially when he told me something, I never had second thoughts. When you have second thoughts means you are also thinking. When what he says, I am also thinking in the same way. Then when he said something, immediately we did it. We never thought, why should I do? Because I also thought that I should do it. So when such a guru we get, imagine, because he used to tell in such a way, he inspired us so much. We went to him because we just wanted to see him. And he had always something to tell us, something to give us, which will inspire us. It was such a joy. Basking in his presence itself was so great. So no second thought should come. Second thought means a doubt. Sankalpa, Vikalpa. That is mana, mind. Doubting Thomas. So no second thought. When no second thought is there, that is Shraddha. So more and more I should identify with the teacher's thoughts and feelings. Teacher's teachings. So his teachings I should keep on. Let's say Guru Charanambuja. The dust of the feet of the teacher. The dust is nothing but his teachings. Keep on rubbing it on your forehead. Means keep on listening. Keep on studying. Keep on reflecting. Loud reflection, teaching. Then we get to abide in it and exclusively be it to discover. So faith, no second thought.
Thank you.
And next one. What
Yeah.
was faith and?
Yeah, we have few more, couple more.
Faith and something else you said?
Faith in self, Guru and scriptures.
What the Guru gives is the scripture only. And Gurudev was known as the Shruti Guru, means Upanishads. And nobody revealed Upanishads like him. Even Tapon Maharaj, his Guru, when Gurudev wrote the commentary on Mandukya Upanishad, Tapon Maharaj used to carry that book and said, my Chinmaya wrote it, my Chinmaya's commentary. Imagine the Guru itself so pleased. So he is the Shruti Guru, Chinmayananda Saraswati. He is Saraswati incarnate. Saraswati was dancing on his tongue. Then, yes, next.
Can you please explain how Guru Bhakti can be practiced so we can learn how to hold on to Guru's feet during Nididhyasana?
See, Guru comes to us. We can't Guru hunt. Hunting Guru is not possible. If I blossom wherever I am by fulfilling my obligations, Guru shall come. Like a bud, a flower bud. When the bud blossoms, bee shall come. If the bud says, how will the bee know? When the bee comes, then I'll blossom. No decent bee will ever come. You just bypass. So wherever I am like a bud, I blossom forth by fulfilling my obligatory duties, fulfilling my responsibilities. So more and more I become less, what you call selfless. Less and less selfish. At least that's better to understand. Less and less selfish. Less and less selfish desires. Then I blossom. I offer my talents in the service of the society. So when I offer my talents as my seva, my talents as I offer as naivedyam. Imagine if we offer our talents as naivedyam, whatever you offer as naivedyam, and then what happens to it? God never takes it. It comes back to me as prasad. And when I offer my talents as naivedyam, my paycheck will be prasad. And paycheck, when prasad, do anybody question prasad? How much, what is the prasad? How much prasad given? Nowadays only they question. In the good old days, nobody questioned what prasad, how much given, who gave, no such questions. They just took the prasad, touched it to their eyes, and then took it. And they became so blind in that. Once I gave, because for the yajnas, we give yajna prasad, books we give. Moment they thought yajna prasad, they thought some prasad is coming. Then they thought only books are coming. Then they understood that. But once with yajna in Hyderabad, I did not have books also to give. Then luckily, when I was returning from Uttarkashi, I got a lot of Rudrakshas. So I thought this Rudraksha I can give one each. And one person came, I gave Rudraksha to that person. He took it with all devotion. Rudraksha gone. He became Rudrodara. I didn't tell anything to him because I was, now if I tell, you swallowed and all unnecessary agitations and worries and anxieties. So I was watching. Now and then I used to ask, how is he doing and all. I was expecting at least one Rudraksha tree will come. I need not go to Uttarkashi to get all the Rudraksha. But his Jataragni is so powerful. Vaishwanara digested even the Rudraksha. So whatever comes, when I offer my talents as Naivedya, the result that comes is Prasad. I never question. As the Naivedyam, so the Prasad. Isn't it? You make the tastiest Naivedyam, you get the tastiest Prasad. Like my Bhiksha families are doing, like that. They ask me, Swamiji, when we give to God, we don't taste and all. No, you taste first. Means you suffer first. You become Shabari. And then give it to me. Be Shabari. So that way, tasty Naivedyam we offer, tasty Prasad we get. So that's when we serve the society. That is the way.
Thank you. So there's another question. Many of our worries are due to attachments to those who we love. So how can we overcome these worries with sadhana?
See, when we say attachment and love, we misunderstand love and attachment. Attachment means I want from the person whom I'm attached to. I want this. Means I want. We may not say I want, but there's the expectation. When I'm attached to my son, I want him to study well. I want. I'm not ready to give what is best where he can study well. How many parents are inspiring their own children to study well? Inspiring means not one father and son were doing math. And one small girl was sitting next to me. We were watching TV. And this girl suddenly got up and went to the next room where the father and son are studying math. The father is teaching math. This girl goes and says to the father and the son, boys, stop fighting. For that small girl, the father and son are boys. The father is teaching the son mathematics like as though they are fighting with each other. If thus we are teaching, where is the knowledge kindled? See that? No light, only arguments. Isn't it? So the teaching should be like Krishna's style. Krishna's love is intellectual love, where when the student asks a question, Krishna knows what the question is, but he goes behind the question. Why is he asking this? Not just what he is asking. Generally, when people ask the question, like when you are asking question, I only ask what you're asking. I don't say why you're asking. I don't go behind. First of all, I don't know who is asking. So we don't go behind. So therefore, when for your own child, you can do this because you know your child. Parents alone can know nowadays. Teachers cannot know. In the olden days, gurus knew because it's a Gurukula. The students lived with the guru. So guru knows. Now only parents. So you should know why he is asking that, why she is asking that, not what she is asking or what he is asking. So dive deep under, and then from there, kindle the light of knowledge.
Thank you. There's time for only one last question. For someone starting on the spiritual sadhana, how should they begin?
Today, now, how? Shravana, Swadhyaya, Manana, Nididhyasana. And then offering your talents as Naivedya. And then invoking Daivi Sampatti, divine virtues. So when divine virtues are there, then mental energy is conserved. It's not dissipating. You become more and more, the power of concentration comes. Samadhanam. Remember? Shama, Dhamma, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. Concentration. The mind becomes quiet, alert, vigilant. When the mind is quiet, alert, vigilant, what can be done in 2.5 hours can be done in 20 minutes. Imagine. And some can do even in. So quiet mind, alert mind, vigilant intellect. Quiet mind, alert and vigilant intellect is the instrument of achievement. So when we have that quiet, alert, vigilant mind intellect, achievement is very soon.
Thank you, Swamiji, again for your time and carefully clarifying all our doubts. We are really grateful for your continued support.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Very on. Now I would like to invite Andrea. She has a special message to share with us.
Hari Om, and thank you, Swamiji, for your patience and compassion to teach us these truths over and over again. I know we smile in our hearts as we listen. Namaste and pranams. I'm Andrea Berry, and as we bring our CMWRC Navaratri program to a close, we look back to these 10 days, knowing that the thoughts and inspirations come to us through the Parampara tradition. These thoughts and inspirations have come from the grace of our gurus. An integral part of this tradition is the customary offering of Guru Dakshina as an expression of our gratitude. Any amount is welcome. For an offering of $1,008, a special print of the 108 names of the Guru is available. The slideshow on the screen right now walks you through the steps to make your Guru Dakshina offering. You will go to the chinmayadc.org website and select the donate button, and then fill in all the fields that you're seeing on the screen. From the donate type drop-down menu, select Navaratri Retreat. You can make your contribution by e-check or credit card, or send a check to Prakashji. And there's Prakashji's address on the screen. Okay. The next item is the annual fundraiser is almost here. A major source of revenue that keeps the CMWRC programs running is the AFR. We hope you will all join us for the annual fundraiser, a virtual event on Saturday, November 7th, less than 2 weeks from today. We are fortunate to have Swami Sada Ananda from Chinmaya Mission, Philadelphia for our speaker. Please plan to attend and register if you haven't already. I now invite the Ramakrishnan family, Balaji, Hamsa, and Akshaya to perform Arati from their home. Hari Om.
Good. So if the Naivedyam you are offering 1008 and the Prasad will be?
So 108 names.
Gurudev's Ashtottara Shatanamavalihi. That too in a mandala, auspicious mandala. That is auspicious victory, Vijaya Dashami. So, how many are offering the Naivedyam? Think about it. And then offer the Naivedyam to get the Prasad. Thank you.
Balaji.
जग जननी जय जय माँ जग जननी जय जय जग जननी जय जय माँ जग जननी जय जय भयहरिणी भवतारिणी भवभामिनी जय जय माँ जग जननी जय जय तू ही सतचित सुखमय शुद्ध ब्रह्म रूपा सत्य सनातन सुंदर कर शिव सुर भूपा माँ जग जननी जय जय अविकारी अगहारी अकल कलाधारी करता विधि भरता हरि हर संहरकारी दश विद्या नव दुर्गा नाना शस्त्र करा अष्ट मात्र का योगिनी नव नव रूप धरा माँ जग जननी जय जय जग जननी जय जय माँ जग जननी जय जय भयहरिणी भवतारिणी भवभामिनी जय जय माँ जग जननी जय जय माँ जग जननी जय जय माँ जग जननी जय जय आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की दिव्य रूप मूर्ति करुणा की आरती सद्गुरु की चरणों में उनके शांति समाये शरणागत की भ्रांति मिटाए पाप ताप संताप हरण की आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की, आरती सद्गुरु की। वेद उपनिषद गीता को गाया, धर्म सनातन फिर से जगाया, शुद्ध नीति प्रीति शंकर की, आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की, आरती सद्गुरु की। सिद्ध बारिकी तपोभूमि में, नित्य विराजे गुरु हमारे, भक्त हृदय आनंद स्रोत की, आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की, आरती सद्गुरु की, आरती सद्गुरु की। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।
Hari Om. The Arati concludes our program for this evening and for the retreat. Thank you so much, Swamiji, again for joining us today. And if anyone wants to offer pranams to Swamiji, he'll be around for just a few minutes. So you can go ahead and do that. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Hari Om. And thank you so much, Swamiji.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hari Om Swamiji. So good to see you.
Hari Om, Sukanya. You.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Now do you know BK means what?
Swamiji, I was using Burger King.
Bhadrakali.
Hari Om Swamiji. Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om, Hari Om.
Hari Om. Good to see you. So good to see you.
Hari Om Swamiji, thank you.
Hari Om, Meena ji.
Hari Om. So glad to see you, Swamiji.
We were very glad to hear your lecture after a long time.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Swamiji.
You tell your name because I can't see who is who.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Swamiji, this is Janaki. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Janaki.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Swamiji, this is Sanjay from Jammu.
Jammu?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Wow.
Where is Sanjay from Jammu? I can't see where are you?
Here, Swamiji.
No, now I could see. Sanjay Gupta. You're Gupta. I was seeing that.
Yeah.
Sanjay Gupta.
Hari Om Swamiji, Sunita and Dev.
So morning 6 a.m. for you, Jammu.
Yes, Swamiji.
Good.
That's right.
Good.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om, Hari Om.
Hari Om Swamiji. Hari Om. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
Hari Om
Swamiji. Hari Om Swamiji. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om. So, Satya, did you know BK was what before?
I was using Burger King, Swamiji.
Huh?
Burger King.
But Bhadrakali is better than Burger King.
Swamiji, Bhadrakali is the other person.
Oh. But you can become that too. Each one has a feminine side as well.
Hari Om Swamiji, it's Maureen.
Hari Om, Hari Om Lakshmi. Hari Om. And I saw Lakshmi and Ravi Pati. Sumant,
Hi, Lakshmi.
when Sumant was doing the puja, when Lakshmi was doing, he was touching Lakshmi's feet. I mean, Lakshmi's hand. Generally, the wife